It's one of the greatest weeks in the NFL because it's draft week.
Draft week.
It's lottery time.
Dreams are coming true for everyone.
Oh, it's glorious. And if you've been waiting for your chance to see New Heights live, we've also got another great announcement for you. We are going to be announcing that later, it looks like. We also have Charlize Theron is here.
Let's go!
Awesome new movie coming out.
Talk a little Apex.
Before we get into any of that, let's get into some of that new news.
Before we do anything, we have to have a moment for this slice of brisket. Jay, look at this fucking guy right here. Oh,
shout out to the cameraman or woman, whoever took this photo.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Lane and Kelce Johnson's wedding.
So good. Shout out to Lane and Kelce, man, for tying it, man. That's awesome.
I thought I looked horrendous at this wedding. This photo came out really good. Probably a good angle, I would assume.
Where'd you get the scarf and the bolo?
We landed in Nashville. That's where the wedding was. We went straight from the Masters. You and I were at there. And we wanted to get a bolo, me, Bo Allen, cowboy hat. We go in there. I didn't love the bolo tie selection. It was okay. And then there was like one that was, it was like just like a little thing with a ring around it. And I was like, oh, like that one looks dope. And they're like, well, that's more for like a scarf. And I was like, oh, maybe should I do a scarf? And everyone was like, yeah, why not? Let's see what it looks like. And we got the scarf. I was like, you know what? I'm going to rock it. I don't know. I've never wore a scarf, but I kind of dig it.
Dude, you fucking made this scarf fucking rock, dude. This is awesome.
It was on for about 30 minutes and then was off. But yes.
We got to let it breathe. Got to let it breathe in there.
Yeah.
The Kelce way.
It was, the look definitely really came together in a way that I was not expecting. Wedding was awesome. It was like a big reunion. So many former players, offensive linemen. It was great. It was a tremendous time.
That's awesome. Man.
Band was awesome. People were dancing.
Gotta love a good wedding band, man. Fuck.
It's in the middle of a field. Like
a little ranch wedding.
I felt bad. I mean, it was just like a pop-up barn in the middle of like some tall grass. They came out of a pasture. They all just kind of like walked down. Seriously, it was great.
I wouldn't expect anything else from Lane.
I was like, man, Lane, that's a long walk for my man Lane.
Shout out to Lane and Kelce, man. It looked amazing up there, and we also got a little bit of Jason Kelce back on the ice. Are you jumping into the Battle of Pennsylvania with the Flyers and the Pens going at it?
I wish. In another life form, maybe, but
dude, you look the part.
No, we set up this.
You did look the part.
I do not look the part, especially if you watch the video. If you watch the video, I can't skate at all anymore. The kind folks over at Bauer were setting up. They're outfitting me. They saw a video I did earlier this year with down in Jacksonville. There's an awesome facility where it's like a bar, sports bar inside of an ice rink.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it. Hey, you got a little men's league action, yeah.
So there was some of that, and they said, hey, if you want to get outfitted with a bunch of gear. So we kind of set this up a while ago, even before the playoffs were clinched. And they got me some skates. Skates are probably a little too big, so we're going to size it down maybe a tad.
What are you rocking? I got to resize. I haven't gotten any skates in a while.
They were 13s, which usually go a size down from a shoe. So it was a 13 skate. I think I'm more like a 12 and a half. Like, I don't know. We're going to try the next one down, see if it fits a little bit better. But it was all like personalized. It was really cool. Awesome for Bauer to do that.
At this day and age, you don't need to be fucking out here like feet like fucking in there so you can get quick feed. And like, you just got to be comfortable out there.
I agree. You want comfort. So we definitely were going with the Supremes as opposed to the Vapors. But the Supremes now, they're not like as thick as they used to be. They're still
Bauer Supremes, man. Those things were fucking sweet when we were kids, man.
It is crazy seeing the difference of like technology and the equipment now from when we were playing when we were younger.
Did you guys watch hockey at all this weekend?
Did I? Dude, Flyers. That Flyers game was fucking awesome.
Do Philly and Pittsburgh have beef?
It's a rivalry for sure.
I wasn't aware of how much hatred there was until I got online with it. And
who was it? Senators in Calgary? Fucking as soon as the puck dropped, fucking Kachuk again. Fucking
our guy Kachuk and Stahl. Yeah,
usual suspects.
I know he plays for Ottawa. I don't know who the other team was, though. I forget who else is there. Oh, it's Carolina.
Hurricanes. Yeah,
but yeah, Philly Pittsburgh was good.
The last time the Flyers were pretty good with Giroux, Hartnell, who now does like the post game commentary. Jakub Voracek. Those guys were playing the Penguins in the playoffs the last time early in my career. It's been a while since they've been back. I mean, They might have been back one more time.
Penguins
since then,
fans
but that was
were
the last time they
reminding
were good.
Flyers fans of this, yes. And Flyers fans were threatening to kill the Penguins at the zoo. So like it was a good spirited back and forth.
Sounds very Flyers fan like.
Oh, you guys, how many cups you guys got? We'll kill the Penguins. You're like, okay, guys, chill.
I just love playoff hockey. They're cross-checking each other off the puck. They're like,
and the refs are
Couturier is murdering people.
Did you guys watch the Sabres game at all? The first game or how many years they've had a playoff?
I saw the tailgate from the Sabres.
Dude, the rollerbladers.
That was the best.
That's honestly, it was Buffalo,
Fucking-
man.
Yeah.
Dude, no,
Buffalo,
the arena
dude.
was
Sabres
fucking
Mafia, look out.
crazy.
Sabres Mafia. Watch out for the Bladers, dude.
They had rollerblades.
What like just
That's
beating
such
the
a good
shit out
bit.
of, it was great. But yeah, playoff hockey is just by far the best. The game is so fun when it's
You going to go to a game when it gets back to Philly?
Yeah.
I would love to. I think I won't be, unfortunately, I'll be out of town. Their second game is tonight in Pittsburgh. I think I'm out of town by the time they come back to Philly.
I'm going to go to the Flyers game without you, Jason.
Go for it. They're fucking awesome. They're a good time.
Philly doesn't love me unless I'm with you.
Dude, if you show up to a Flyers game, Philly will be all in.
They'd fucking boo me the whole time.
Yeah,
you
you'll
like-
probably get a little bit of booze, but they'll also, you
thrive on that
understand,
shit.
I love
Philadelphia
boos.
booing-
Boos are cheered to me. I love a boo.
Philadelphia boo is kind of like also a term of endearment
Yeah, it's a sign of respect.
I don't know if it's respect.
in some ways. Yeah, I wouldn't say that either.
Mm,
It's more like a acknowledgement of annoyance.
yeah. But when I show up in my fucking Eric Lindros jersey,
You were a big Flyers fan growing up, actually. That was your team.
I had a whole like floor to ceiling poster of Eric Lindros. And I was just like, if I could just be this tall and sweet.
LeClaire was your guy. That was the guy you talked about a lot.
I was 88 in
All in.
hockey. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
88 in my 88 I always thought was a fucking dope number.
Lindros
Shout
was
out
the
to
man.
Tony G.
LeClaire. Brindamore. Those are some
Brandon
fun
Moore,
Flyer
dude,
teams.
fuck yeah.
I was always into the Avalanche growing up because I liked Forsberg and Waugh and Rob Blake, Sakic. Love these
You
teams.
guys weren't big Mike Madonna fans?
I like Mike.
I love you know what?
We didn't have a team in
We didn't have a
Cleveland,
team, so we were
so we
just-
Yeah, you
really
guys
were.
kinda like little
we like
orphans.
players.
We were fans of the big names on
And
every
the Blue
fucking
Jackets
team. The Blue Jackets didn't
The
come
Blue Jackets
around until we were in
was
like
later.
middle school.
Yeah.
And the junior Jacks were in our like Cleveland Suburban Hockey League for some other fucking reason. Maybe there wasn't like a big league in Columbus yet. But I just remember wanting to fucking beat the shit out of those kids every single time. I was like, what the fuck, junior fucking the fuck out of here.
I'm with you. I felt like we.
I think I actually did. I think I fought a coach actually.
Fought a coach. That's aggressive.
It got bad. I scored like 5 goals and like was talking shit to their bench. And then at the end of the game, we were like shaking hands or like doing the like everybody skates past each other.
Yeah.
And then their player fucking hit me. I hit him. Then I got into a brawl with the players. The coach that was in the line shaking hands grabs me by the back of my jersey. And I just said, what the fuck? Wow.
Sounds like the coach instigated.
And you already know.
to
You're on the fucking
Standing
ice.
your ground.
You're on the ice with shoes on. So now it looks like he just got knocked out by an 8th grader. Ed Kelce, Big Pop's fucking mom called him. I'm on the way home. He's like, don't ever do that when I'm not there. Don't you ever put your mother in that situation. I'm like, I don't plan on hitting a grown-ass man ever again in my life, Dad.
Yeah, that was not a choice that I wanted to make. There's a weird moment in like a kid's life where you realize that you can beat up like a fully grown adult.
And that was one of the moments I was like, okay.
I don't know if that's true for everybody, guys.
I'm a little taller than this guy, definitely towering over him on skates.
I think you guys maybe are at different athletic abilities than some of us.
Mine was with Dad himself. We were like in the house and he had just like, I did something where I was mouthing off to him, I'm sure. But he was like, I was like mouthing off. I don't know what I said to him to get him so riled up. And he just like, you think you're, the big tough football guy? You think you're the big guy? And he like tried to like wrestle me to the ground, but he just kind of like fell and like was like ankle biting me basically. And I just like fell down because I was like, oh my God, this is like, I feel so bad for Dad. So
Playoff hockey, playoff basketball, it's a fun time to Get your fix in, man.
Going from March Madness to playoff basketball and playoff hockey, this is a very fun, and the Masters and golf heating up too. It's a very fun time for sports.
Fuck yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. The ending to that fucking Harbor Town with Scheffler and Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with that, man, that was a fucking fun one to watch. All right, well, biggest piece of new news. Fuck it. We're going live. That's right. We're taking the show on the road. New Heights is live in LA. We're taking our talents West Coast. We're going to be at the Orpheum Theater June 15th.
We're talking surprise guests, big-time audience interaction, all the usual New Heights energy live in front of a crowd. That's right.
Baby.
Team USA is kicking off the World Cup in L.A., so we got to be there to cheer them on.
Let's fucking go, USA! Come on, baby! Come on!
General on sale for the 92%ers begins April 27th. We'll put the link to buy tickets in our bio, and also over at the Kelce Clubhouse. It's going to be fun.
Dude, I can't wait,
We've done
man.
a few of these before.
Yeah.
We've done one in Cincinnati. We've done one out in
Kansas City
for the draft a few years back. We did somewhat of one down at the shore with a little beer bowl action.
Multiple, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
It'll be a blast at the Orpheum Theater, man. That we're trying to get that thing packed and rocking, and we're going to have a whole bunch of games and a whole bunch of guests, and I'm sure it'll be another electric evening for the live shows, man. We're pumped for it.
Always is. Always is. All righty.
Little t-shirt cannon. I owe Jason a fucking t-shirt cannon right in the fucking side of the dome. Guy shot one at me from fucking 3 feet away.
It didn't connect. It
definitely connected. I remember.
New news, new merch. That's right. The New Heights Essential Spring Collection is here.
Ooh, baby. We got some.
You guys have been asking for it. We finally have New Heights crew necks. As you see right here, that's not a crew neck. That's a nice t-shirt Travis has, but that is also a cool design. The crew neck, the Cleveland Heights tee, the Globe hoodie. Ooh, that one's actually sick. I like that one a lot. The New Heights monogram tee. All of it is now available on KelseyClubhouse.com. If you want to support New Heights, wear some merch, show people that you're fans of the show.
I love wearing these things.
Or just get us to give you a big high five the moment we see it. I mean, high five in a picture for New Heights merch wearers for sure.
And it's a fucking good shirt, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This material and everything is some of my favorites.
Whoever did their homework on the materials and sent them to us, they did a great job.
Fantastic. Love it. So go to KelseyClubhouse.com. Grab some merch. We got some good shit for you guys.
All right, 92%ers. You know we've got our No Dumb Questions dropping soon, but there's also a special Target exclusive version of the book. It's got even more dumb questions that didn't even make the cut to the regular version. It's a director's cut, if you will, of No Dumb Questions. That's right.
Ooh.
So if you want the full experience with all the wisdom we could possibly cram in there, make sure you grab the Target exclusive edition of No Dumb Questions. Pre-orders are live now. Links in the bio below. And remember that all the pre-orders of the book, you can get exclusive sticker packs. Who doesn't love stickers? Just pre-order the book from Target or any retailer and submit your receipt.
Love it.
And we've also got a bonus episode with Jeff Stoutland dropping Friday.
Ooh, this Friday? Let's go, Stout.
We've been trying to figure out this Jeff Stoutland episode for a while. Initially, we were going to tag it on to another guest episode, but we felt like Stout deserved his own episode. Was highly instrumental in my career and a lot of Eagles' career. So excited to launch this one on Friday. It's not only Stout, it's also got a roundtable with Jordan Mailata, Brent Selleck. There's a lot of Eagles-centric talks in there. So if you're interested in that, you're going to want to tune in. I think it highlights one of the best coaches in Eagles history.
He's one of the best storytellers of all time, too, man. He's so fun to talk to, man. He's got stories for days. And it's just such cool insight. Like sitting here talking to Stout just on the pod alone and really hearing how much he loved this game and he loved teaching this game. And he just loved being around guys that desired that knowledge, man. And really, took that knowledge and ran with it, like yourself, like a Brent Selleck or a Jordan Mailata. So I'll even be tuned in. I missed the roundtable, but I got some action in with him here on New Heights.
Awesome. Well, last thing, shout out to Bacon.
Patty Bates.
How about that?
So
hole in one.
So a lot of people don't know this. I went on an epic golf trip last week from Ohoopie's Match Club to the Masters, which is probably the two top destinations in the state of Georgia to play some golf and to see some golf. And yeah, my guy DJ Young Chuck, Charlie Grace, kind of pioneered the entire weekend and helped us get into a hoopy. But even then, man, Patty Bakes on hole 5 fucking hits his first hole-in-one at a hoopy match club. We're going nuts. As you can see, he has the beers in his hands. He had just shotgunned a beer before the actual hit. Walks up to the hole. Couldn't see the ball go in, so we're walking up to it. He thinks he hits it over the green. Ah, fuck. God damn it. He's all pissed off at himself, holding his beers in his hand. He walks up to the hole just to peek in it, and sure enough, that ball's laying right there in the cup, man. And we all start going nuts, start chugging beers, and about 5 beers later, after 3 holes, Bacon's walking around like, anybody got any heartburn medicine? God damn it. I got too excited. But from going from a hoopy to the Masters, we then saw Shane Lowry right after I talked to you on that front lawn.
The next day,
hit a hole-in-one on 6, and we were up at the top next to the tee box. And if you've been to the Masters, hole 6 is it's a drop, and you had a beautiful look at the hole. And man, that thing was tracking it the entire time. And the tee box turned into a fucking mosh pit. Everybody starts banging shoulders, going nuts, throwing beers in the air. I'm like, this is the Masters. You can't do this at Augusta. But sure enough, man, when you hit a hole-in-one, it doesn't matter where you're at, man. The people are going to go nuts. So shout out to Shane for dropping that in. And shout out to old Patty Bakes getting his first hole-in-one. And it was an epic weekend of a lot of fun with some of my closest friends. So it was dope.
I can't tell you how jealous I've still never seen a hole-in-one. You saw 2 of them that week. There are 4 that happened in the part 3.
I've seen like 6 hole-in-ones in my life, and the closest I've ever gotten is Waste Management, where it dropped to like 4 feet. I can't even get close to a hole-in-one. I've seen Pat Mahomes literally shoot a skyrocket in the air, go in the cup, bounce 20 feet out of the hole, and then had a 40-foot putt that he almost drained. Like, I've seen some fucking crazy shots on some par 3s, man.
We can't move on from this without taking a look at this picture, this very proud picture of Patty Bakes on the green right after his hole-in-one at a hoopy, and without giving a shout out to just the most glorious calves in the history of the world. It's honestly like, it looks like they're implants. Like, it doesn't look like it's possible for someone of that stature to have calves like that.
He got Botox in his calves.
Like, if he was a woman, you would for sure think he had a BBL in his calves. But he's not. He's not. It's just his natural body makeup.
Implants. These things are hilarious. Dog, one of the funniest things. This is what AI is good for right here. One of the wildest things is that a hoopy actually has zebras on property. So when you're playing, and Jason, you played there. It's an epic course.
They're over the fence. They're like on the other
side. But it's on property. You can definitely see them.
Yeah.
And it's one of like the unique things about the course. I grabbed like a putter cover that's in the shape of a zebra. It's one of my favorite putter covers now. One of the homies decided to AI Bacon on top of a zebra.
Dude, but this is good. This is how you know it's AI. Those are regular calves. Those are not Patty Bakes calves.
Patty Bakes calves would never look that. I mean, no, those are kind of meaty too.
That's not enough, though. That's not enough.
Patty Bakes. Oh, that's epic with the garage beer in his hand. More fitting than the Miller Lights that he was out there crushing on the course. So good, man. Shout out to Patty Bakes. And that's it for new news.
Thank you to our partner, Liquid IV. When it comes to travel, I love a good road trip or discovering the best food spot in the city. Yep, that's right. You're driving through some random town, see a line out the door at any tiny place, and you just know you got to try it. You know it's going to be good. Next thing you know, you're telling everybody about the best tacos you've ever had. And those unplanned detours, well, that's what it's all about. And Liquid IV is the best road trip travel partner to stay hydrated throughout those trips. Just one stick in 16 ounces of water hydrates faster than water alone with an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients that Liquid IV dubs Hydroscience. It turns ordinary water into extraordinary hydration and comes in delicious flavors like lemon lime, popsicle firecracker, and white peach. Stay hydrated for every adventure with on-the-go hydration from Liquid IV. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first purchase with code NEWHEIGHTS at checkout. Thank you to our partner, American Express.
Every football fan and player knows each season is about opportunity. It's how you get ahead and stay ahead.
But knowing an opportunity when you see one isn't just about football. It's huge for all kinds of stuff, like all the incredible high-demand live events and entertainment we love.
With the American Express Platinum Card, you can experience some of the most exciting events, enjoying exclusive access to unique experiences worldwide.
Plus, as the official payments partner of the NFL, American Express will be upping the ante by giving card members special access to experiences at the 2026 NFL Draft.
Card members can feel closer to the action by visiting the Amex Fan Experience, where they can test their skills and earn a personalized fan profile.
Now, that's how you stay ahead. From draft day to game day, American Express is redefining what it means to be a fan. Now, that's membership at its best.
Capacity limitations and terms apply. Learn more about Amex's partnership with the NFL and premium events collection at go.amex/NFL.
Thank you to our sponsor, Allstate.
Checking Allstate first could save you hundreds on car insurance. That's smart.
Not checking the burgers on the grill before you serve them? Yeah, those patties can go from medium to rare real quick. What is that?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm not saying the Jets Super Bowl is tomorrow. Jason, you can say it if you want.
I wrote it. It's fine.
I'll say it. I don't play anymore. I mean, it is very funny.
Thank you. To be an asshole.
It's not nice.
All right, the Jets Super Bowl is tomorrow, and I can say that because I'm a Browns fan growing up, which is also their Super Bowl. That's right. The NFL Draft is this week.
Damn, man.
What?
Taking strays already? It's fucking April. That's right. We're recording this on a Monday, so the Dexter Lawrence trade is the biggest draft news right now, which is fucking huge. He goes from the NFC to one of our AFC rivals, and don't love that because Sexy Dexy is a big piece to being a really good team.
There's a picture of him going viral, and he's just like of course, he's huge.
Enormous.
And people are like, oh my gosh, he's out of shape. Like, guys, he's a fucking
you think
nose
he was like,
he's going to be just fine.
What should I wear? Maybe I should wear something like a black shirt or something slimming.
Yeah.
There ain't no slim in that motherfucker. He came through.
I'll speak on Dexter because I had to block him. I mean, and for me, I feel very lucky that I got to play him young in his career before he had figured out all my tricks that I tried to use against him, because that was the only way I was surviving. You know, what's really interesting with Dexter is he really flourished when Wink Martindale got to New York and used a lot more five-man fronts, head up on the center, shades on the center. He got a lot of one-on-one matchups, and he would there was not really a lot of centers in the NFL that could block him. And he's still great rushing from the three technique in the B gap over guards. But that was like kind of when it really took off. And Wink would also bring these blitzes from all over the place. So you had to be worried about that stuff as well. So you couldn't just double them.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how he's utilized in Cincinnati. You know, Al Golden, predominantly 4 down. He'll play 5-man fronts. You know, getting this guy, I would really try and find ways to give him one-on-one matchups with the center, put him over the center in 0 techniques and 1 techniques early downs. You know, I'm obviously not a defensive coordinator. I don't know the ramifications for a lot of that stuff. I just know watching the tape from a few years when Wink was the D coordinator and he was doing that, he was virtually like unblockable. I mean, you would watch the tape and it's like, God damn, guys, like it just destroying centers. And I mean, he is a massive human being. He's every bit of 6'4", if not 6'5", over 340 easily, and can move. He's a dancing bear.
That's so cool.
And he even when and you see it when he's doing his sexy Dexy, which you do not want to see. So this is a big ad for the Bengals. I hope they utilize him in a way that really accentuates when he's had the most success in his career. So yeah, big move for the Bengals, a big pick. This is the first time the Bengals, I think, have given up a top 10 pick for another player in a long time. I saw some stat that is not in the rundown, but they haven't traded away a top 10 pick for a player in a long time.
They kind of been notorious for going through the draft instead of kind of giving guys contracts like this. But I mean,
yeah,
Sexy Dexy, he got him at least a 1 year for 28, was it?
Whatever it is, it's top of the market for nose guards.
I thought it was going to be way up there.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little bit of an outlier because he's a nose guard, but he also rushes on third down at the 3 technique spot. So, you know, I think he's so dominant when used properly or in ways that he has been dominant that, you know, it's worth every penny. And controlling the middle of, you know, an offensive line stops the run. It generates pressure to allow edge rushers and people to get after the quarterback in the pass. It's a really good building block for a defense. And you know, they already have Joe and T and oh my God, why am I blanking? Jesus Christ, Brown, Chase Brown. Are you frozen?
No, I'm trying to see where you're going with this.
Well, they already have all that on offense. So obviously they come with
Jamar
this piece.
Chase, not Chase
Jamar
Brown.
Chase. God damn it.
Chase Brown was the safety for the Eagles.
I was waiting for you to kind of help me, but you just let me flounder there.
I floundered as well. I was like, who is he talking about?
They already have, all right, so they already have T. Higgins. They already have Jamar Chase. They already have Joe Burrow. They have a lot of offensive firepower. Yeah. They know that they want to win now. They go out and get Dexter Lawrence. Hopefully adds a lot to a defense that has really been a weakness there in Cincinnati. Look forward to seeing what that looks like this season.
Hell yeah.
Trav, who are the Chiefs taking?
I don't know.
In the draft,
we're going to find out.
You're lying. You know exactly who you're taking. They always tell the players.
Yep. They tell me everything. No, I think I'm just hoping for a guy that loves ball, man. You know, I think one of the things that you just want to have when you get back into the building after a season like last year, man, you just want guys that love what they're fucking doing. And I think it's one of the things that I look for in these young guys when they come in is this: how infectious is your energy? I need that out of these young guys, man. And sometimes, you know, it takes a little bit for a guy to like get comfortable in his shoes and to really like show his personality. But Coach Reed says it best, man. We want you to show that personality. We want you to be yourself and bring the energy to the building, to the everyday grind that we can just go and unleash out on Sundays. And I think, you know, that's one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to in seeing who we're going to go and draft this year is, you know, how much energy and how much fun they're bringing to the squad. If
you're conducting a top 30 visit, what is your number one question to see if a guy's got it?
Just your knowledge of the game.
I don't know if there's one question.
There's no one question. I'm gonna ask you questions about, you know, a lot of things in terms of your knowledge for the game, how you acquire that knowledge, what's that process look like. You know, I think a lot of these young guys, at least what I've seen in college football from the time that I've been there to now, is just that leap into the league. You just don't know that you don't know enough about football. And so the guys that have a good understanding of what the other side of the ball is doing, has a good understanding of how to have success multiple ways through the offense that's in place. I just think you get a head start on that. And you know, I want the guys that are ready to play now, especially if you got 2 first-round picks. I want the guys that are ready to play right fucking now, you know?
This is my thing when the like top 30 visits, like I feel like a lot of the responses are so like pre-planned by guys. It's hard to know when a guy is like being himself, when he's trying to do what an agent tells him. Like, I don't put too much stock into asking questions there. If you want to like put guys through tests on the board, there's certain positions, obviously like quarterback, center, where like it's good to get a gauge of like what their football IQ is. Put question or give them like verbiage the first day. Then when you get with them the following morning, you re-ask verbiage to see how well they retain information. I've heard questions like I know it. One of the questions they used to ask a lot was like, "Are you a dog or a cat person?" And some coaches felt like dog people were more like team centric, whereas cat people were more like isolated as individuals.
So fucking dumb. No day.
I think a lot of it is so nonsense.
What was the craziest top 30 visit you went through?
I only did 2. I did 3. I take that back. I did a Kansas City Chiefs one. I did one with the St. Louis Rams who Coach Spagnuolo was the head coach of at the time, sat down with him in the office. And then I did a late visit with the Eagles. And that's when I first met Howard Mudd and Eugene Chung, the assistant O-line coach. And I felt like of all the visits, the Eagles visit felt like it went the best. I felt like the whole process, the Chiefs were the most interested. So I thought there was a chance I would go to Kansas City. But for some reason, leaving that building, leaving NovaCare, it felt like Howard Mudd, me, I got to talk to Andy. Like it felt like the whole visit went really well. And it felt like there was a lot of interest there too. So I don't remember like any crazy things. What about you? What's the craziest question you got?
Dude, they put me in, I was coming out in 13. Mike Shanahan was still a head coach in the National Football League.
Yeah.
And he was a head coach at Washington. And that was the legendary, like LaFleur, obviously Kyle Shanahan, McVay.
Sean McVay, yep.
All these.
That's where it all originated at.
Yep.
Well, it really originated in Denver with Mike and Gary Kubiak, but yeah.
Mike, you already know that was. So I didn't even know at that time meeting all those guys in that building was going to turn out to be what it is today. The craziest thing that ever happened, I wasn't even in a room with a football coach. They sent me to like a shrink, and I started doing these little table games, like problem solving, like games, like I was like a toddler almost. And it was like, how do you put all the rings onto this, hole without, you know what I mean? It's like little games like that. And they would time it and they would ask you questions afterwards. And it's just like problem solving games. And the shrink in front of me looked like they were just like jotting down like numbers and like scores and all this shit. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with football at all? And I guess
I kind of love it though.
But I guess this was kind of one of the things that Shanahan does. Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, this is one of the things that Shanahan does that kind of gives him an understanding of how well you can problem solve and how well
and process
and how quickly you can do it and how quickly you can figure something out on your own without being told what the point of the game is. And I think that was like kind of like a fascinating kind of like shock of like, is this why Mike Shanahan's so good? He's just getting all these guys that are good at these like jigsaw puzzle games.
It's a pretty dang good system as well.
Yeah, I guess it was like one of his ways of like getting a guy in the building and seeing his problem solving skills.
I do like that. And so even at the combine, there's two different tests. I don't know if you remember.
I still to this day want to know how like my score was. They didn't tell me
on the puzzle.
Yeah, they didn't tell me.
Oh, no, that one. Okay.
They didn't tell me how like good my scores were compared to all the other guys that they brought in. I wanted to know so bad how good I did on that fucking like part of.
We got to get Kyle Shanahan.
Dude.
We got to get Kyle Shanahan in here and find out what your score was.
It's documented somewhere.
Come on,
right?
Coach.
Either that or Mike.
They definitely they don't erase. They don't erase any of that stuff.
Mike's got it somewhere.
At the combine, they would give you two tests. They would give you the Wonderlic test, which is what everybody knows is like the predominant like level of like measuring like intelligence or IQ.
In the NFL world,
yeah. But the other one that I thought was far more applicable to football intelligence was the puzzle test.
You did a great fucking job on the fucking Wonderlic, didn't you?
I was always bad at Wonderlics and SATs. I wasn't bad. I was always average at them because I'm a slow reader. I don't read quickly, and any time tests, I just don't finish the tests. Like the Wonderlic, I only finished like 26 questions, and it's like 50 questions long. So there's no way I'm going to have a good score. But I felt like the puzzle test at the combine is more applicable for football. It was like a book, and you would have to like list what shape was next. And like each time the puzzle would get harder.
The concussion test, yeah.
It's really a pattern test. Puzzle's wrong. That's why I didn't do good on the Wonderlic. But stuff like that, stuff like these little games, I do think is better at generically gauging like how well somebody recognizes patterns, spatial awareness, like an intelligence that's more applicable for the game of football rather than, how well you can answer a full-on sentence in a Wonderlic test. Like, I just don't think that really tells much about. I've seen guys do great on tests like that and have great SAT scores, and they have no idea to tell if a nickel's blitzing. So I don't know, like it just doesn't do that much for me.
Amid preparations for her wedding with Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift is reportedly planning to invite the woman now dating her ex, Harry Styles, signaling grace and closure as she steps into a new chapter. The confirmation comes despite rumors of a rift between the longtime friends. Earlier this month, a Dumois source claimed Swift and Kravitz's friendship had ended. The source also noted that the BL Twice actress was angry over being left off the wedding guest list. Earlier this month, a Dumois source claimed Swift and Kravitz's friendship had ended. The source also noted that the Blink Twice actress was angry over being left off the wedding guest list. Kravitz and Swift became closer after spending time together in London during the 2020 pandemic. "She was my pod," the Batman actress shared with GQ in 2022. "She was a very important part of being in London, just having a friend that I could see and that would make me home-cooked meals and dinner on my birthday." Taylor Swift also spoke highly of Kravitz, telling the outlet that her friend's strong moral compass shapes her work and personal life, allowing her to stay true to herself. Moreover, during her 2024 appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Zoe Kravitz expressed amazement at the lover hitmaker's ability to shift back into a normal person between her record-breaking Eras tour shows. The 37-year-old told Fallon she finds it wild, yet unsurprising, noting that Taylor's exceptional talent extends to everything she does. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce confirmed their engagement last August following 2 years together, though they've kept wedding details private. She shared the news on Instagram with a heartwarming photo carousel. The caption read, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married."